Hi, my name is Emily and I will be talking about how the decision to go to the moon by John F. Kennedy came to be. On May 25, 1961, President JFK gave a speech to Congress announcing the decision to go to the moon. His goal was to send an American to the moon before the end of the decade. President Kennedy's choice and the timing of his decision were influenced by several political reasons. Kennedy was under a lot of pressure for the United States to catch up and overtake the Soviet Union in the space race. The space race started between the United States and the Soviet Union militaries, according to the National Air and Space Museum. During World War I, the world saw that rocket technology would be the driving force behind modern warfare, and as a result, the United States and Soviet Union engaged in a race to possess the most advanced technology. There were no set rules. The goal was for the United States to land a man on the moon way before the Soviet Union. This is when the first space race became a race to the moon. Both countries announced the first artificial satellite into space, but it was the Soviet Union that brought humans orbiting into space with their Sputnik satellite. This was launched successfully on October 4th, 1957. The space race became a symbol of a political contest between two rival world powers. JFK was hoping to unveil a plan that the United States might very well accomplish ahead of the Soviet Union. In his speech, JFK said, "Time for this nation to take a clear leading role in space." In his speech, JFK said, "Time for this nation to take a clear leading role in space. Achievement which in many ways may hold the key to our future on Earth." He asks Congress, above and beyond the increases he requested for space activities, to provide the funds which are needed to meet the following national goals. JFK believes that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before the decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth. No single space project in this period will be more impressive to mankind or more important for the long-range exploration of space, and none will be so difficult and expensive to accomplish. After discussing this project with Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson, NASA concluded that landing an American on the moon would be very challenging. JFK was pleading with the nation and Congress to embrace resolute commitment to a new course of action that will be costly and take many years to complete. It would cost $531 million in 1962 and around $7 to $9 billion additional dollars over. Kennedy said, "If we are to go only halfway or reduce our sights in the face of difficulty, then it's best if we don't go at all." He felt it was all or nothing. Now this is a choice which this country must make, and under the leadership of the Space Committee of the Congress and the Appropriation Committee, that they will consider the matter carefully. It is the most important decision to make as a nation. This decision involved much consideration before making it public, as well as enormous human efforts to make what became Project Apollo a reality by 1969. Kennedy's goal was achieved on July 20, 1969, when Apollo 11's commander Neil Armstrong stepped off the lunar module's ladder and onto the moon's surface. Armstrong's famous words when landing on the moon was, "One small step for man and one giant step for mankind." That's when the world changed. The United States won both the race to the moon and, for many Americans, the space race itself. During the Apollo program, there were 14 missions in total, each one becoming more advanced than the last. According to an article from Lighthouse by Sarah McGuire, the Apollo missions were a turning point for planetary science. The samples have powered 50 years of science and continue to be worked on today. In the end, going to the moon was a wise and significant decision for all of humanity. It gave scientists fresh perspectives on the formation and evaluation It gave scientists fresh perspectives on the formation and evolution of the solar system, as well as the early Earth. He wished everyone in the world, including Americans, the best. He battled for liberty, justice, civil rights, and peace. His ideals and words continue to inspire the generation that changed America, and they will always be remembered.